Before we start the movie, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell button to receive everything new we offer. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, you will find the link in the description box. Ukraine, 1942. A mother holds her 12-year-old son tighter than ever before. Not because she fears losing him, but because she already knows she will lose him. Outside, trucks are waiting. Names are being called. Families are vanishing. Julia kneels before Hugo, trying to memorize the features of his face, the curve of his cheeks, and the innocence untouched by war yet. Hugo thinks this is temporary. He thinks she will return tomorrow. She knows she will not. With trembling hands, she led him to a woman she trusted in her childhood, Mariana. A woman now judged by the world. A woman who lives in a way polite society refuses to look at. Hide him, Julia whispers, not as a request, but as a final act of motherhood. There is no time for long goodbyes. Just a warm embrace. A forehead touching another. A silent apology. Then she left. Hugo watches her disappear down the road, still believing she will return. She does not. And that is the moment his childhood ends. This is where the events of the movie actually begin. Not with war, nor with silence, but with a mother's sacrifice so painful that its echoes resonate in every second of the film. In the movie, Mariana's life is far from safe. She is a 35-year-old woman living alone on the outskirts of the city, surviving by practicing indecent acts in a brothel operating under the supervision of the occupation forces. It is dangerous. It is humiliating. And now she has to hide a child in the most unlikely place imaginable. Mariana hides Hugo inside a wooden wardrobe in her bedroom. The same room where she receives clients from the prostitution network she works for. The rules are strict, absolute silence, no movement, no existence. From that moment, Hugo's world turned into pitch darkness. He hears everything. Military boots marching outside, and drunken soldiers inside. Beds are dragged, and Mariana plays her part for the sake of survival. He no longer sees the war, it is something he listens to. In that darkness, his imagination became sharper than sight. Days turn into months. Hugo begins to map the world relying on sound alone. He knows a violent client by the heaviness of his footsteps. He knows when Mariana is exhausted by the way she exhales. Meanwhile, his body begins to change. Puberty begins in the most fitting environment. Confusion, embarrassment, curiosity, and fear. Everything is mixed in a suffocating silence. Mariana, who was initially emotionally reserved, slowly begins to talk to him through the wardrobe door at night. Stories from before the war, fragments of who she used to be. Their relationship deepens. Not warm, nor physical, but a bond sharing isolation. One night, Hugo accidentally makes a small sound while a German officer is present. Mariana immediately covers it up with a louder performance, risking everything. After the man leaves, she explodes in anger. Hugo responds by shouting. This argument reveals something raw. He resents being hidden. She resents being judged. Both are trapped. From that moment, their relationship changed. He began to notice her vulnerability. She began to see his lost childhood. They need each other not out of love, but out of survival. As searches intensify and danger approaches, Mariana realizes that Hugo cannot stay hidden forever. For the first time in months, she opens the wardrobe door in daylight. Hugo steps out, thin and pale, his eyes sensitive to the light. There is no heroic music, no celebration, just a boy who went in at 12 and came out older than his age. Mariana obtained a forged paper at a high personal cost. On the final morning, they sit in the same room without barriers. They do not know how to exist without the wardrobe between them. At dawn, Hugo leaves. Mariana watches from the window. The wardrobe door remains open behind her, empty. The movie is not a story about escape. The story is about a mother who sacrificed her son for survival, a woman who sacrificed herself to protect him, and a boy who sacrificed his childhood to understand the world too early. The war does not explode loudly in this movie, it suffocates. And when Hugo finally walks into the light, he does not carry freedom with him, but knowledge. The movie ends without victory, no reunion, no triumphant music, and no promises that everything will be fine. Just a quiet morning. Hugo leaves with forged papers and fragile hope, carrying more knowledge than any 12-year-old child should possess. He entered that wardrobe as a child hiding from the world. He leaves understanding it. Mariana stands by the window watching him disappear in his confusion. She does not cry out loud. She does not break down, because some sorrows are too deep to shed tears. The wardrobe door remained open behind her, empty now but weighted with memories. That small wooden space witnessed fear, survival, shame, protection, desire, and the slow death of innocence. War does not only destroy cities, it reshapes souls. Hugo survives, but survival does not mean innocence. Mariana protects him, but protection cost her everything. And Julia, who sacrifices herself in every step her son takes forward. The movie, La Chambre de Mariana, does not end with freedom, it ends with transformation. A silent transition from childhood to an irresistible understanding. A reminder that the greatest acts of love sometimes happen in the darkest rooms. Invisible, uncelebrated, but unforgettable. The film is made of temporal weights that stretch like a fever. Under this exhaustion, every detail becomes crucial. Placing a glass too firmly is already a danger. The creaking sound of a door serves as a warning. Silence is not peace, but discipline. One must learn to use silence as a blanket to block the heat. This is how the film, La Chambre de Mariana, differs from a thematic film. It does not seek to shortcut significance. It does not rely on automatic emotions. It imposes a form of experience, a semi-permanent regime on the viewers. Even the process of liberation from this perspective depends on duration. The plot's progression collides with the weight of time, with its slow and continuous pressure. And that is all regarding the review of this movie. If you liked the movie, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell button to receive everything new we offer.